All right, we are back on our second show of the day, Sideline Sit Down on Real Sports Live. Kevin Naro, we're coming to you live on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. We're joined by Mission High alum, Neosho, current track and cross country coach, Neosho College's Noe Hernandez, joining us from here in the Valley. He's not up in Kansas; he's from here in the Valley. So, Coach Hernandez, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me, man. I'm glad to be here. And like you said, I am an Mission alumni. I'm from the Valley myself. Right now, I'm the current cross country and head coach at Neosho County Community College. And yes, I am in the Valley right now. I'm enjoying this beautiful weather, what it is right now in the Valley.
Definitely. So coaches are our second guest of the day here on our Wednesday Sideline Sit Down. Coach, let's talk about this pandemic. And, you had mentioned you were up in Kansas working and you decided to come down to be with your family. Just walk us through that decision. Obviously, people want to be with their families right now, but was it, work got put on hold, or how did everything happen as far as in Kansas?
So like when this stuff happened with the coronavirus, we were actually getting ready to go on our spring break during school, and we were planning to actually come down to Houston and compete at the TSU relays. Since like I said, me being from Texas, I wanted to bring my team down where it's good weather and they can get some great competition. But with this whole coronavirus thing going on, we were getting quick notices from the NJCA saying that postponing some stuff. We had to cancel some stuff, and even from our president from our school, Dr. Imbody was calling us and letting us know, like, look, guys, we gotta cancel some stuff because this virus is spreading very, very quick, especially in the Houston area. It was spreading. It was one of the hot spots, and so I had to tell my team, look, guys, this is something that we can't control. This is out of my hands. This is something coming from not just our president from the school, but this is coming from the president of the United States. And so at first, uh, uh, it was two ways with me. Me being, I said, I'm still young. I'm only 31 years old, and so half of me, my athlete side came out, and then I felt bad for my athletes. It was heartbreaking to tell them, hey, look, guys, we can't go to spring break. We're gonna have to stay here until for further notice. And then the other half of me, my coach's side kick in, and I had to keep them on a positive note and say, look, guys, this is just one meet. We're gonna continue move forward from what's gonna happen, and then on a daily basis, we just kept getting some stuff saying from the National Guard and all that, people saying us that, hey, you guys are going to have to cancel the season. And then when we got the notice, when NCAA canceled their indoor national meet, when kids were there for 2 days prior getting ready to compete, and then they had to cancel their meet. And so we all knew it was a matter of time when our league was going to come in and say, look, guys, we're going to cancel the rest of the season. And so once we got that notice, we had to tell all our athletes, and it was tough telling my athletes, saying, hey, look, guys, our season's canceled, and we got to just start thinking forward, start moving forward, staying positive, pray every single day for this stuff to get better. And so when this all happened, it happened in just, it was like a domino effect, just boom, 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 one thing after another. And I tell my kids every single day, I text them every week to let them know, hey, guys, keep doing what you're doing, because we went from online classing for the rest of the semester. So I text my kids letting them know, hey, guys, make sure you're still sticking with your grades, still making sure you're doing your homework, doing your classes, don't fall behind, don't take this as a vacation. And I just try to stay positive for my kids every single day to let them know, like, hey, guys, we're just because this is going on doesn't mean it's going to stop us from future plans. So as a coach, I just try to stay positive with my kids every single day, and I stay positive with anybody. I try to just tell these kids, and I tell people, just this is something that we just all got to come together, not just here in the Valley, not in the States, but in the world, where we can make this current situation become better. And when all this happened, I told myself, you know what, I need to come back home. I need to be with my family, because we don't know how long this was gonna last us. So I decided on a quick moment, said, hey, I called my parents. I was like, guys, I'm coming home. I'll be there later on throughout the day. And so I came home. I've been here since the beginning of April. So April 1st, I've been home. And now that I'm home, I'm just basically working from home. I'm recruiting right now, recruiting kids, talking to kids, FaceTiming, since our league put a restriction where we can't really go home visits, or they can't come to campus. So I've been here at home and recruiting every single day, talking to kids, trying to build my program.
So, from a coach's point of view, is it because obviously the recruiting deal, it's challenging. Considering the circumstance we're in now, just how more challenging is that as a coach and trying to get that recruiting done?
Oh man, it is a challenge now because now not just me but other coaches, we're bumping up our notch when it comes to recruiting kids, trying to tell these kids, hey, this is the school to go to, even though we can't be there one-on-one with the kids or bring them to the campus. So what we did with our athletic department at Neosho, we got together with our athletic director, and we came up with a plan saying, hey, look, we're gonna do some virtual touring for these kids. So when our recruits talk to any coaches, not just me, but our other coaches that we have on staff, we tell them, hey, look, check out our campus tour. There's a virtual tour. You can look at it. So it's been hard recruiting kids a little bit more, but it's been giving me more time to recruit kids. Where, like, if I was at work, my limit of time of being able to sit down on the computer, search up some kids, look at the results and stuff like that, it was a little bit harder. But now that we have all this stuff going on and we have to work from home, my hours literally from the moment I wake up to the moment I go to sleep is I'm recruiting. Not just kids from I recruit kids from the Valley, from the state of Texas, from the states, from international. So recruiting kids right now, it's been tough, but it's been a it's been a challenge to open up my knowledge and my vision to try to tell these kids we're the school for them. We're gonna help you continue to get your education and continue your career when it comes to running.
So with your work aside, what have you been up to? Just trying to keep busy as far as like hobbies or gaming or movies or anything like that.
Since I've been home, man, all I've been doing is just literally just hanging out with my dad, my mom. Just I hang out with them. I work out at least twice a day. Try to keep myself busy. I hang out with my dog. If the people that really know me, my dog is my precious my precious little daughter, I call her. And so I just been here at home hanging out, calling my nephews, calling my brothers, calling my best friends through FaceTime, and just keeping in contact with them. Like, I know, like I said, this is a tough time for all of us, not being able to do what we normally would do on a daily basis. So I just been keeping my mind busy, keeping myself busy. I said, just by working out, like I said, talking to recruits, talking to kids, talking to my coaches on staff, letting them know how they're doing, how their families are doing, and just keeping myself busy as much as I can. Cutting the grass, working around the house, doing the little things to just to keep myself busy.
So you like you mentioned earlier, you're a mission. You went to Mission High, 2007.
Yes,
Uh,
sir.
talk a little bit, about your high school days, and then you eventually went on to Lindenwood. Was it Ben Lopez that recruited you?
Yes, Ben Lopez. And if you know Ben Lopez is actually a family member of mine. I call him Uncle Ben. He's actually my mom's uncle, so he's family to me. And he recruited me and my brother when we were in high school. And like you said, I went to Mission High School. I graduated in 2007. I was coached by Basilio Mendoza and AC Dianda, two of the greatest coaches and two of my greatest mentors that I take to heart to this day. I speak to both of them as much as I can. And like I said, at Mission High School, I did some great things up there. And to this day, I still carry a torch that I tell some of these athletes. Since 2007, since I graduated, I went to state my junior and senior year. I was a two-time regional champion, two-time state qualifier, and in my senior year, I ended up getting third place. I brought a bronze medal back home, and since then, Mission has had several kids qualify to state, but no one's had a bronze medal back home. So I still carry that torch to this day. It's been what 13 years already since somebody's brought a medal back home to Mission. So I cherish that a lot, saying that thank you to, like I said, to AC Dianda and Basilio Mendoza, those two coaches. They pushed me throughout my 4 years at high school. It was because of them I got where I got to go to Lindenwood University. And like I said, I competed at Lindenwood University. I was a two-time All-American for indoor. I was a national qualifier 6 times, 3 times indoor, 3 times outdoor, several school records for the 4x8, are my 600 yards for indoor. And so my college career was actually tremendous, where I was on pace to go in 2012. I was on pace actually to try to go to the Olympic trials, but unfortunately I had a stress fracture in my foot. It held me back for several months, and so that vision went out of my sight. So once that vision went out of my sight, I started focusing more on coaching. And that's what's led me to where I am right now. Since I graduated from Lindenwood in 2013, I started coaching. I started coaching with the school district. My first school district was La Jolla ISD. I was there for 3 years. I was at the middle school. I was at Dr. Science Middle School. I was one of the PE coaches, and I was one of the athletic coaches. I taught football. I was the cross country coach, the track coach. I helped out with softball and baseball. For my 3 years I was there, and Dr. Science was my first really stomping grounds of getting me into the coaching. And when I was in La Jolla, I tried to get into the varsity level. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to because I was at the middle school, and so I was like, no, it's okay. It is what it is. And then from La Jolla, I transferred out to Mission CISD, where my old alumni, and I was a PE coach at Midkiff Elementary. I was part of the PE coaching staff there with Coach Espino, and I wanted to try to get into the varsity coaching, but like I said, unfortunately, it was not able to get in there. And then at that time when I was at Mission, I told myself, look, when I graduated, my biggest goal is say, you know what, I want to become a collegiate coach. One night I sat down and I was like, look, you know what? Let me start applying to coaches, to coaching jobs. You never know, anything's possible. And I remember getting on ZipRecruiter, and I put in track head coaching jobs. And the first day I started scrolling, a lot of it said assistant, assistant, assistant. I was like, I want to be an assistant. And in big bold letters, it just said head track coach. I clicked it. I submitted my application. I put in my resume, my transcripts, I put in everything. I honestly, when I put it in, I did not know where I was applying to. I just saw head coach and I was like, look, I'm gonna apply. And so I applied. A week later, I get a call from the school, and they started asking me about an interview. And I was like, yeah, I'll take the interview. And I was all excited. I hung up the phone, and I was like, where am I going to? Where's this school in Neosho? I never heard of this school. I looked it up and I was like, whoa, it's in Kansas. I was like, okay. So I called them back, and they're like, and I asked them, I was like, can I do online interview? And they're like, yes, you can. I was like, but we prefer you come on campus. I was like, okay, look, you know what? I'll be there. So I took a trip, a 14-hour trip, to go do my interview. It was on a Friday, and the next day, the athletic director at the time, Coach Murray, called me, and he was like, "Coach, we liked you. You had that energy and that spunk what we need to help build this track program. Would you like to take the job?" And I didn't hesitate. I was like, "Yes, I am there." And so from that day on, from September the 8th of 2018, that's a new chapter in my life opened up. And since then it's been a roller coaster, man. Being a collegiate coach at a very young age and coming out of the valley, and that's what I take a lot of pride coming from the valley, because I'm from a kid coming from here from Mission. Like I said, I did some great things in college, I did some great things in high school, but I was always told, like, no, you're here to do bigger and better things, not just for yourself, but to make an impact to all these valley kids. And when I got this opportunity to be collegiate coach, I jumped on it. I didn't hesitate. I just said, this is my calling, and so I took it. I took this opportunity, and since then, like I said, it's been an amazing journey for me there at Neil Show. They opened the door wide open with arms, and they welcomed me, and they're family to me. I love every single one of those coaches that are out there. They take real good care of me, and like I said, me being here in the valley, I want to try to do what my coaches taught me. They took me under their wings, and I'm trying to build something here, and I'm trying to recruit kids from the valley, give them that opportunity, because like I said myself, Mr. Lopez, Ben Lopez, he gave not just me, not just my brother, but a lot of kids in the valley opportunities to go out there. And now it's my turn. It's my turn to give kids opportunities to come and be part of my program, continue the education, and to continue running. And I've already recruited and I've already signed some kids from the valley. Recruited a kid from La Jolla, a sprinter, AJ Hernandez. I recruited a sprinter from PHM Memorial, Bianca, not Bianca, Beyonce. Recruited another girl from Donna North, Lauda. I'm recruiting a girl from Zapata. I'm trying to get some kids from the valley just to start this foundation. Where this previous year, I had a girl from Mercedes, Natalie Gonzalez. I had Brittany Cano from Palmview. I've had several kids from the valley come out here, and me and my coaches, and actually one of my coaches, one of my assistant coaches, CJ, he actually is from the valley too. He's from Palmview. He's one of my ex-athletes. I brought him in when I got the job. I was like, hey, I need an assistant coach. Do you want to come in and help me build this program? He's like, yep, let's go. So CJ is one of my kids that I used to train when he was in high school. I helped him out when he was in college, and now he's one of my assistants. He's going on the third year with me. And if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have a good coaching staff. And also Coach Magruder, my other assistant coach, he's from Arkansas. Well, with those two guys, they've helped me build this program. And like I said, I told you guys, I'm trying to build something here with the Valley, trying to build a pipeline, giving these kids opportunities to go to college.
You've mentioned, how you've been a part of, high school, college, and now coaching. You've seen the Valley grow and track. We've had Randy Bermea on here a couple weeks ago from Harlingen, and we've had a lot of track athletes. We had a kid from McAllen High, Alex Rodriguez. He's going to go run at Duke. We're seeing, you're right. We're starting to see the Valley grow when it comes to athletics. I don't know how much you kept up with track in the Valley, maybe, this year or these past couple of years. Where do you feel that the Valley is at when it comes to track and competing?
Track wise, man, hey, like you said, we're growing. And like I said, one of the biggest compliments is, like I said, Randy Bermel, man. That kid went to Cal and then he transferred out to UTSA. And that kid's a living legend for Harlingen, and not just for Harlingen, but for the Valley too, man. That kid's put a stomping name for the Valley. And like I said, it's helped that kid, Alex Rodriguez, get noticed by Duke. And we had some other kids. I know we had a girl from EdCouch that went to Texas A&M. We had previous runners, Trisha Terry. She went to TSU. She competed out there. We've had several athletes from the Valley that have gone the big stage, the D1, D2. That I know Kathy Trevino from Rio. She went to Texas A&M Kingsville. We've had great athletes from the Valley that have gone to the next level, and we are growing as a kids. Where coaches are starting to notice the Valley, and that's what I feel. What these high school coaches need to start exposing these kids more, making a profile for them and spreading it out to coaches. And and once a coach can do that for a kid, I guarantee it. Not just those kids, but like several other kids that are not getting noticed are going to get noticed by coaches. And we are growing as a sport here in the Valley. We are growing. And we're starting to be competitive, not just in the district area, in the region. We're starting to be competitive in the state area. And as you know, the state of Texas, when it comes to track and field, we got some amazing kids in the state of Texas. And so, like I said, every kid that gets a chance to go to at the collegiate level and compete, whether it's D1, D2, D3, NIA, or JUCO, that is a great accomplishment because you're doing something that kids don't have that opportunity to do, and you're leaving the Valley to continue to run, and continue your education. And so, like I said, I'm very, very truly blessed to say, like I said, I come from an area, like I said, the Valley, where it's very hard to get noticed. But when you get noticed and you get that opportunity, I tell every kid, hey, you jump on it. I don't care if it's with me or with another program. If you have an opportunity to go to the next level and compete, you go right ahead and you put a name for yourself, set your own legacy. And that's what, like I said, Randy Bermea is a good one. Like this kid, Alex Rodriguez, I kept an eye on him too. And I know we got future athletes coming in. I know we got that kid from Harlingen. He was a junior. I knew that kid was going to blow up this year, but that all this stuff happened. And so I know next year he's going to come even hungry. And I know he's going to make it to state. And he's actually one of my kids I got on my recruiting board. I'm recruiting for next year. And so if you're watching it, I can't remember his name. I know if you're watching it, I'm recruiting you, man. I got my eye on you. And so, like I said, there you go. I wanted to say Jose. I just didn't want to make sure I said his name, but I have him on my recruiting board. And like I said, he's a good kid, hella fast for being a Valley kid. And so, like I said, there's several kids, not just him, that I got on my recruiting board that I'm still looking at, especially now that we're getting ready to the end of the season or this semester. My jump in the summer is going to be looking at now incoming seniors, the 2021 class. And so all you 2021 athletes that are looking for a school or say, you know what can I start doing? I'm going to start looking at you right now, and I'm going to start keeping my eye on you and hitting you up with emails, text messages, and let you know that just because you're a kid that nobody knows who you are, I know who you are, and I'm going to make sure I try to bring you into my program and give you an opportunity to continue running and getting an education.
Gabriel Crawford commented, he said, "What's up, coach?"
That's one of my athletes. Gabe Crawford is one of my athletes, man. He's a kid from Conway, Arkansas. Great kid. And like I said, he's one of my 800 prodigy kids, and He's good, Gabe. What's up, Pup? That's his name. I gave him his nickname. His nickname is Pup.
Yeah, he gave you the the eye emoji with the goat emoji.
Yeah, I try to be the GOAT with him.
Yeah, he definitely was giving you some love. I'm trying to remember the kid's name from Donna that went to go run at Mississippi State.
Donna North, you talking about Vince Castillo?
Vince
Hurler.
Castillo. Vince
Vince
Castillo,
Castillo,
yeah.
man, the golden boy out of Donna, the two-time state champion, man. That kid was awesome. That kid was awesome. Like I said, he's one of another kid that put a stomping ground for the rally. Like I said, I actually got to meet his coach last year, and the first thing I asked him, I was like, "Coach, how's Vince Castillo doing?" He's like, "Coach, he's doing great. He's doing wonderful." He's like, he's a Valley kid, and I looked at him. I was like, "I'm a Valley kid myself too." I was like, his coach was my coach in high school, Basilio Mendoza. And so Vince Castillo, man, he's another great kid. He did really good. I think this was supposed to be his last year, but I think he got his eligibility back. So I hope Vince gets to go back and do one more year out there and represent the Valley.
Definitely. So, Coach, before we go, just the state that we're in, being a former athlete in high school, just seeing what the seniors had to go through specifically in high school this year, where the spring sports got canceled. As an athlete, how would you take that in? Putting yourself in their shoes, because I was I played baseball in high school, so we both understand the grind and the work that these kids put in, and then something as unprecedented as this COVID-19 is, it's literally taken from them. Just to put yourself in their shoes, and how what is that like, for an athlete to have your season taken away from you like that?
Man, it's a heartbreaker. It's something that it cannot be replaced, and it's a piece of any kid. Like I said, even us, like you said, we're ex-athletes, and when the moment I had to tell my kids, where I'd say, guys, our season's canceled, we're done for the season, it was tough to let them know, because my athlete side kicked in and saying like, no, like this cannot be over, like not like this. And so my heart goes out to every senior in high school, at the collegiate level, and then at the JUCO level, sophomores. They're trying to still build their resume to get noticed by schools. And so it's tough, man. It's a heartbreaker, man. There's no words to describe what this has been done to our kids, man. Like I said, they've worked hard, freshman, sophomore, junior year, senior year. They're no one was expecting this. So they came into senior year full throttle, ready to compete, ready to do this, ready to make a name for themselves, and then just for it to get canceled, it's there's no words for it, man. It's devastating to these kids, and not to the kids, but to coaches too, man. Like I said, there's high school coaches that have coached these kids, freshman, sophomore, junior, and senior. They're expected, they're sophomore, they're senior to do something, make a name for themselves, and then they're not gonna be able to see it. They can't bring it back. They can't take it back, because next year we're moving forward, and so those seniors are going to be freshmen in college, and so like when they get older, they're not going to be able to have that one spot in their heart to say, man, what I did my senior year. Like for instance, like us, we can say, hey, we did this senior year. They're gonna go in when they get older, and they're gonna be like, my senior year got cut short because of this virus. And like I said, it's something we couldn't control. It's out of our hands, and it was heartbreaking to see kids, to hear kids' stories, and especially like I said, for the kids I've recruited, that they were like, man, coach, I really wanted to show you what I could do, but my season got canceled. Like I felt their pain, and so I told them, hey, look, it is what it is. I'm still recruiting you. I'm not gonna back down. Like you're gonna be part of my program next year. So I try to give a little bit of positive feedback to them to let them know, like, hey, just move forward, pray, keep going, grind, don't stop. I know we're limited with that social distancing, but just keep going. Find ways, work out at home, do some pull-ups, some push-ups. There's so many stuff now with technology that they can download apps and do home workouts. Excuse me, do stuff around the area just to keep themselves busy. And so I tell my kids, hey, just keep going, keep pushing, keep striving for success. I go, just because your senior year got taken away doesn't mean the rest of your life got taken away. No, this is just a little stump that's in our way, we're going to jump over that hump and we're going to be able to move forward from it. And so I think this happening to our kids, I think is going to give them a little bit more hunger coming out next year. And so, like I said, I'm excited for next year, not just for my returners that I got coming back, but also my incoming freshmen that have been working hard, that I keep in contact every single day. They're saying, Coach, I'm doing this. I get videos, I get messages, say, Coach, I've been doing this, doing that. And so like I'm very, very excited. Me and my coaching staff, we talk every single day, and we're ready to build this program, like I said, that I want to put on the map.
Before we go, Coach, do you have any shout outs you want to give to anybody, family?
My biggest shout out is gonna be to my dad. If you pay attention to my Facebook, what I'm trying to do, not just me, but my brothers and my family, what we're trying to do. My dad is a state champion from La Jolla, 1969, first ever out of La Jolla history. To this day, he's the only state champion, and we're trying to do for him, or we're trying to get the school board and the athletic department to see to have a track meet named after him, and to also name the track after him, because he's done something that he was, like I said, he was a migrant coming from Abram, Texas, small little home, and my dad did stuff that it's just it's unreal what he did to get to be a state champion, coming from a little town, like I said, a little small town, Abram, Texas. And my dad is probably the biggest shout out that I give all the time. I tell kids his story. I tell my athletes his story, and and what we're trying to do for him is we want the school board and the school district of La Jolla to do something for him. Right now, he's still alive. His high school coach is still alive, Coach Garza. And so it would be a great honor for La Jolla to do this for him, to, like I said, rename the track meet after him, and put a memorable name the track field after him, because to this day, like I said, it's been since 1969, nobody's had a state champion come out of La Jolla. We've had some people from La Jolla, from Palmview High School and from Juarez Lincoln go to state, and we've had Felipe Venencia, there's been a 2-time state champion from Palmview High School, but from La Jolla, Coyotes, my dad is the one to this day, carries the torch, and like I said, nobody can take that away from him. And it'll be just a great honor if La Jolla would do that for him and for us as a family, because we would love to see that for him, to put that up there and just have a meet and have the stadium or the track field named after him.
Definitely. Coach Noe Hernandez from Neosho Community College up in the state of Kansas, and Mission High alum to that class of 2007. Coach, I want to thank you for joining us here on our show, Sideline Sit Down. We were happy that you reached out to us, and just wanted to give some insight. You give a lot of great insight, like I said, from a college coach's point of view, hearing your story from Mission High to La Jolla and everything in between. So, Coach, thanks for joining us.
Thank you. Appreciate it, guys. And like I said, y'all stay safe, stay clean, and let's keep doing the right thing and just pray and moving forward from what's going on from right now.
So that's Coach Noe Hernandez. Later on today at 5, we're going to have the Zapata seniors, the softball seniors. They're going to be joining us on the show as well. And then sandwiched in between, we're going to have a college signing, a pair of Edinburgh High Bobcats, Adrian Garza. They're going to Southwestern University. So we're going to have another virtual signing later today at 6. And then following that, of course, again, the big news out of Santa Rosa. Santa Rosa will be having their board meeting tonight, with the topic being on whether they're going to renew Coach Johnny Cipriano's contract as an AD and as a head basketball coach. So we're going to have a special show lined up for you with that as well. Myself, Joe Bowling, Mark Molina, the Real Sports Live staff will be joined by a former Warrior, Aaron Ramirez, and current basketball coach from San Perlita, Nate Garza. So they'll be joining the show later today. But for now, Coach Hernandez, again, from us to you guys, stay home, stay safe, stay healthy. And then as soon as everything goes back to normal, I'm sure you'll be able to go back up to Kansas and get back to work.
Yes, sir. Thank you. And like I said, thank you for having me on the show. And like I said, God bless everybody, and y'all take care.
Yes, sir. We'll see you, Coach.
All right. Y'all have a good day.